Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at 4 main components that professional golfers use to perform their best on the golf course. We're going to get beyond mechanics, okay? Mechanics don't really mean that much when it comes to the golf swing. You got to focus in on things that are in front of you, be interactive with your environment, and swinging with external thoughts, external cues that are going through, such as focusing on the club head, the face to path, where you're going to aim, where you're going to align your body. All this stuff is so important to your game in scoring. And when you focus in on this, you're really going to go to the next level because you're going to get away from internal body mechanics. And what's going to happen is you're going to start to produce lower scores because your focus is going to be directed in the right direction. So the first main cue that we're going to take a look at is alignment. So we're really going to focus in on setting ourselves up for success before we even hit the shot. So the first focus cue that professional golfers use is they get their alignment set up properly and they do it consistent over and over and over and over and over again. You really have to be diligent about this, because if you're not diligent about it, things can get off track just by being a couple degrees out. So for me, I'm looking to hit a fade shot into the hole. What I'll do is I will open my stance a little bit. I'll open my front toe. This is my profile. And I'll line up to the ball, and what I'm focused in on is trying to hit a nice smooth cut shot so it goes to my target. And I'm really focusing in on getting my alignment in this exact position over and over and over again. And what that's going to do is it's going to produce those high quality shots that you want out on the golf course, and you're going to be way more consistent. That's the first rule of every professional golfer, is they get their stance, their posture, and their alignment all figured out, and they do it over and over and over again with consistency, and they make sure they're very diligent about it so that they can hit the same shots over and over and over again with similar results. The second focus cue that professional golfers use to perform their best is they use visualization. So when I'm behind the ball and I'm looking to see what shot shape I want to hit, I'm visualizing in my mind which way the ball's going to start and which way the ball's going to go, whether that be left or right or a pretty straight shot, whatever you're trying to do. But for the most part, for me, I'm trying to hit a cut with my irons, and so I'm trying to get the ball started a little to the left, and then I like to have it come back to the right. So that's the visualization that I'm using in my head after I've gone through my stance, posture, and alignment, and I'm ready to pull the trigger on the shot. That's what I'm thinking about. That's my motivation and my intent. And if you focus on this, this is going to get you outside your head. You're going to stop thinking about mechanics, because mechanics don't matter. They really don't matter. Like, you see all these guys talking about mechanics, and they just don't matter that much. You can swing the club super poorly on camera and still hit it flush. You can hit a putt with the worst putting mechanics ever and still putt really well, okay? It doesn't really matter. Your mechanics are basically irrelevant. Your main focus should always be external and what you're trying to do with the golf club, whether that be swinging it out to the right or swinging it to the left and having a face that's open or closed. You're going to be well better off, and you're going to hit way better shots, and this is what every professional golfer knows. Everybody knows this on tour. They're not focused in on their body, they're focused in on the club head and what they're trying to do with the club head through impact. And the third and final thing that we're going to focus on today is your face to path relationship, and this should be your main focus with every single shot. Don't be thinking inside your body, think about what you're doing with the club head. We're going to go over that now. So how many guys do I see every day focusing in on their mechanics? It is the worst thing you could do. I did it for years when I was a kid because I didn't know any better, but it is by far the worst thing you can do if you're trying to play good golf. If I see a competitor that I'm playing against and he's focused on internal body positions as he's playing his game, for me, I can just laugh, look at that guy inside and go, I don't have to worry about him because he's going to be spraying it all over the place. He's not going to have control over the ball because he's not focused in, and the intent that he has is incorrect. So what I want to see you guys do, so you don't fall into this trap, is focus on the club head. The club head is the most important thing that you should be focused in on, and how you're interacting with the ball at impact, okay? So if you want to hit a draw, you want to come from the inside, and you can make sure that the face is slightly close to your path, and that's going to produce a draw style shot for you. If you're focused in on hitting a cut, you're going to have to make sure that the club head is swinging to the left. You're trying to cut across the ball. I always like to think about how the club head is slicing through the inner half of the golf ball to put that slice spin on it. That's a good visualization technique that I use when I'm trying to hit a cut shot. So instead of focusing in on where your wrist should be at impact and all this other BS, I want you to focus on the club head, okay? And focus on making sure whatever shot shape you're trying to hit, that you're trying to match up the face and the path to reach that shot shape. That is so important. It's the most important part of golf to me. You have to match up your face to your path with the desired shot that you visualized in your mind. And if you do this, you're going to be so good on the golf course. You're going to hit shots that you've never thought you've been able to hit before. And this is the third and main component that every professional golfer knows. They all know this. This is what they focus on, and they don't worry about internal body positions when they're playing golf. Your body is designed to swing in a natural manner. Everybody's going to look different. Nobody's going to look the same. Not everybody's going to have a pretty swing. Some people are going to have unbelievably pretty swings. There's a wide variance of golf swings out there. Everybody's going to be slightly different, because the thing is no two people have the exact same muscle insertion points and their tendon tightness and their muscle size, their body structure. Everything's different. So you got to put all that into account, and you have to understand that everybody's genetically designed differently. Nobody's going to ever swing the club the exact same. It's impossible. And the other thing you got to remember is that no two shots are the same either. You can never ever hit the same shot twice. You can give Tiger Woods in his prime 100 golf balls and make him hit 100 balls to 150-yard mark, and no two balls will end up in the exact same spot, as good as he is. So in review, guys, we're going to go over the three again just real quick. The first one, we're going to focus in on your alignment. You're going to make sure you get your alignment right to the shot shape that you're trying to hit. The second thing, you're going to visualize the shot that you want to hit. Super important. Gets you outside your mind. Start thinking about the environment, what you want to do with the golf ball. And the third thing is coming into the ball with the proper face angle and the proper path with the desired shot that you're trying to hit, okay? That's what you're trying to do with the club. Focus in on the club head. The golf swing is a ballistic, super fast movement. You don't have enough time to think about where your body is in space as you're coming down into the ball. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to give you guys one shot here. I'm going to give you an example. I'm trying to hit a cut shot, and I'm going to start the ball a little bit to the left. I'm going to try to make it go to the right. I'm going to get my alignment slightly open to my target, and my focus from here is I want to hit a nice pull fade. I want to make sure the club head is coming across the ball like this, and I want to have the face slightly open to my path, and hopefully I can produce that nice pull fade. There you go. So this is another important point that I want to make too. Just because your intent is to hit a pull fade, you might not hit the exact shot that you want to hit. It's really hard to time it up super tightly like that. And what professional golfers do is they know this as well, and so they'll give themselves a range. So I was pretty close to my starting line. I would like to have started it right around this area here, but it started right here. So pretty good, and it cut over towards my target. That's what I'm looking to do. You create ranges within a certain dispersion pattern, and if you do that, that's going to really help you when it comes to picking targets on the golf course, because you can never hit the same shot twice.